Good afternoon. This is CS265. My name is Odo Manuel. We're going to take you through our final year project. That is the campus job board. The background of our study, we look at universities producing thousands of graduates and internees every year, but connecting these students to employment opportunities remains a challenge. So at Makerere University, here as a case study, jobs and internship information is mainly shared through WhatsApp groups, notice boards, social media, and informal networks. So these channels are fragmented, unreliable, and often inaccessible to all students. And this results into misuse of, missed application deadlines, unequal access to opportunities, difficulty in verifying the authenticity of the job postings. So we conducted a survey. We conducted a survey among the 50 students from the 10 Makerere colleges, which revealed that 79.5% had missed at least one opportunity due to delayed or scattered information. We also look at the increasing use of smartphones among students presents an opportunity to improve campus recruitment through mobile technology. So we looked at a need. We saw there is a need for a centralized and verified platform where students can easily access the job opportunities and track their applications. So that is when we came up with the campus job board. We developed it to address the challenges by providing a single platform for internship and job postings, real-time notifications for new opportunities and application updates, a lightweight application tracking system which can be accommodated in a smartphone, administrative verification to ensure the credibility of postings. So the system aims to improve accessibility, transparency, and fairness in the campus recruitment at Makerere University. So our problem statement here we are looking at the lack of a centralized and verified platform for sharing employment opportunities. Students depend on fragmented channels, such as the web WhatsApp group, physical notice board, and social media to discover these jobs and internships. So as a result, we see the consequences being missed internship and job deadlines, and equal access to opportunities, difficulty in verifying the job authenticity, lack of accountability in application management. So we conducted a survey of the 50 students across the 10 Makerere University colleges. So out of the 50 students, we got that 78% missed opportunities. Then 91 welcomed the idea of a centralized system. Now, looking at the main objective of our project, the objective is to design and implement a centralized, verified, and efficient campus job board system for Makerere University to improve job awareness, ensure equitable access to opportunities, and enhance transparency in the recruitment process. On my left, you see the flowchart that shows our idea that we are moving from the fragmented channels up to improving students' employability. Now, the specific objectives within our project is that we are bridging communication gap, identifying and analyzing the gaps in the current campus job dissemination channels, the WhatsApp platforms, word of mouth, those channels. Then we are looking at the application tracking system. Now, this application tracking system is applied in the way that a student is able to review the process of his or her application, whether he or she has been shortlisted in the process of applying, whether he or she has been accepted, or that person has been rejected, depending on the category where this person is applying, the category under which this person is applying. If it is under ICT, the person is able to track the progress of his or her application in that specific category. Then we are looking at the push notifications, delivering real-time alerts via the Firebase and cloud messaging for job alerts and status, where a person who is applying, that is a student, is supposed to get real-time alerts. The application has either been accepted or rejected, depending on what that person has applied and the terms and conditions in that job posting. Then we look at things to do with the cross-platform access, where we look at the mobile and web application access. Then verification chain, where the jobs have to be verified. Then the multi-role, where it supports distinct roles, that is the students, the recruiters, the lecturer, and us, the administrators, who are involved in this system. Thank you so much. Let me welcome the next presenter.
My name is Nava Tanzirania, and I'm going to take you through the literature review and the gap analysis. So we already have existing solutions such as LinkedIn, Glassdoor, or Indeed, Makerere notice boards, and WhatsApp and email chains. However much all these offer job information, none of them is campus recruitment specific. None of them offers what our campus job board application is to offer. So what our campus job board is going to do on how it's going to fill the gap is the campus scope postings, only postings that are campus related will be put up. Then it's going to have the ability to verify a recruiter and a lecturer to avoid any frauds. Then it has a built-in application tracking pipeline with status tracking visible to students. Then the Firebase cloud messaging, which is going to have push notifications, and students are going to be able to receive real-time alerts and notifications in case a job is posted. Then our methodology, we use an incremental development model that is agile inspired, where we first did requirement collection and analysis, where we had a student survey where we got 44 responses and from 10 colleges. So we also did stakeholder interviews. In this term, stakeholders are users who are the recruiters, the lecturers, and the students, and where we derived our use cases from for the different roles. Then our system design, where we had entity relationship diagrams, use case diagrams, just to show us how the system is going to relate. How different users are going to relate to each other. Then implementation, we used Flutter for front end, then Django for back end. then PostgreSQL as our database, then Cloudinary, Firebase, cloud messaging, then testing and review to make sure that all the user flows work the way they are supposed to. Then the different functional requirements where we have a student, lecturer, and a recruiter. Students are primary users, so they're going to have the ability to register with the different colleges they're in, the program they offer, then their student numbers. Then they browse to find different jobs that they can suit them, then use the application tracking system, they apply with their CVs. Then also lecturers are going to have the ability to register with their staff email, that's their Makerere email. Then they're going to be automatically verified on registration. Recruiters are going to register with their company details, but they have to first be verified by the admin. Then they have the ability to post jobs. Then the administration's duty is to verify the recruiters, then approve all job postings before going live, then manage the users. So these are the different rules, and they are connected to the functional requirements. Then we have our system architecture, how our system is solely going to work. So the client layer, this is where the user interacts with the system. We used Flutter. We use Flutter because it's cross-platform and it's also enables faster development. Then for the backend, we used API Gateway for JSON Web Token authentication, then role-based access control. Then Django REST framework for the backend. This one enables authentication and authorization. Then Celery is majorly for execution of tasks. Then Redis acts as a message broker. Then the data and services layer, we have the PostgreSQL database, which is our primary database, which stores applications, stores users, recruiters, all our primary users of the system. Then Cloudinary is also for storage, but this stores large documents such as the CV, the cover letter, then the Firebase cloud messaging for the push notifications. Yes.
Yes, greetings. My name is Mangu Samuel. I'm going to continue with the two gateway verification chain, and first is with account verification, which includes the students, the lecturers, and the recruiters, which are the main users of this platform. So students can self-register by putting in the student details, the student number, the college, the job preferences, and the account is activated automatically. Then for the lecturer, it can be verified through using majorly the staff email. That is what we thought of. That is the lecturer has to be verified using the email that is calling at Makerere University. Then the recruiter using the company details they provide, and the admin checks to verify whether they are authentic or not. So the second procedure is a job verification, where the two entities that post jobs, the lecturer and the recruiter, can submit their postings, and they are kept in a pending state until the admin approves or rejects them, so that they can proceed to another stage of either going live or remaining in the pending state. So when they activated, the students can be able to see them on their feed. Yes, next slide is the database entity we have, where the three users I've talked about, the student, the lecturer, and the recruiter, have their different attributes that are attached to them. Like as you can see the display, the student would have a student number, the college, the lecturer could have a department and the staff ID, a recruiter could have a company name and the email, and the recruiter could be verified or not. And then there's a job posting where the job contains the job details majorly. Then there is an application that is being done by the student, where we drag the application ID, the student who applied the kind of job, and the ATS status. The ATS is the application tracking system, which could have the different attributes, which I'm going to discuss about in the next slide. So this slide shows the pipeline of the application tracking system, where once a student applies for a job opportunity, the application status is triggered and they get a notification, and this is created in the ATS log that someone has applied for this job opportunity. After that, the application and the application details are sent to the recruiter or someone who uploaded that job opportunity, either recruiter or lecturer or admin, to see whether the candidates are viable for such opportunity. So they have responsibility to either review, and after reviewing, they can trigger that status to reviewed, and the student is notified. Then they can trigger another one that is shortlisted, going to the next procedure, and then another one to accepted or rejected statuses. So when all of these are triggered, and the students gets a notification about such statuses, depending on the conditions that the person who has posted has triggered. So as I talked about the application status log, this consists of application that is being changed, the status it is on, the person who is responsible for changing, and also the timestamps these statuses are being launched. And then the key features we have in the platform majorly, the register and profiles set up majorly by the students, the colleges, the program, the student number, the job preferences. These are done at the signing up, when you're signing up, and they can be edited along the way, as the last feature says, that update status. Then another one is the browse and filter jobs. This is also a dedicated page where the student can filter the jobs that are available to see whether they can fit their preferences, and then they can also apply. They upload their CV or cover letters, which are stored on Cloudinary, cloud platform that helps us to store such the CVs in the application process. Then there is a tracking where they can track their statuses depending, as I explained in the former slide, about the applied, shortlisted, reviewed, rejected, or accepted. And then these statuses, they receive notifications about such statuses that the status has changed, the new job has been posted. Yeah, they keep they are always notified about different changes that happen on their applications and also on the different job postings that are being done on the platform. Yes, thank you.
Hello, my name is Makerere University, and I'll be taking you through the rest of our presentation. So here I'm going to show you the different results of what we managed to come up in our system. You're seeing the different some of the screens in our system. Here is the landing page for the students, where they get a list of available jobs. Then the other screen is where they can browse through the system or the database and get the available jobs. Then here they get here is details about the job that they want, and then they apply. So when they apply, when they tap on the apply button, they can submit their CVs or something, or resumes. Then when they submit, the recruiters get them. Now, when they get them, they review. When they review, they change the status of the application. So, for example, if they have just submitted the CV, it is under review. It is under pending. Now, when it is reviewed, the status goes to review. When you are maybe shortlisted, like that. So yeah, but each status update triggers a notification. So you get a notification that, hey, your application is under this progress. Then the next thing, part of the results, is the different lecturer capabilities. So a lecturer, when we interacted with a supervisor, we found out that these lecturers get numerous job opportunities, but don't have a centralized way of communicating them. So a supervisor explained to us that there are two ways in which they get these opportunities. They can get these opportunities, but they just want to refer, or they can get these opportunities and they want to screen out the potential candidates for that particular job. That's why we have the notice board kind and the referent. Here, the lecturer connects students to a verified recruiter. So that is referring. So the recruiter handles everything. The ATS pipeline is through now the recruiter. But here, there is no ATS in the app because the lecturer just gets the job. Someone gives him, tells him that, hey, I want these students. He gets the job details, he posts, right? Then the post goes live and these students now can apply. Then the discussions, so we found out that this centralization is going to bridge the gap, the communication gap between the recruiters and the students. Then we ensured that we built in a verification chain that ensures trust in the system. If someone knows that these jobs are verified, they will be able to know that, oh, these jobs are actually safe for me to apply. Then ATS empowerment, FCM deliveries, and then the different subtypes. All these, STS is tracking their status, my application. FCM deliveries, getting notification of what the status is about. Then the different ways in which the lecturers can post the jobs. Then the limitations, the current limitations is that we've not automated we've not done a formal automated testing of the framework. Yes, and then the recommendation engine, the lecturer told us to scope it out because it would make the system bulky. But we're supposed to look at that in the future recommendations. Then the admin dashboard analytics, they don't provide an advanced reporting or data exports. So those are some of the limitations that we've been facing. Then the future recommendations, we're implementing an automated unit for integration tests, then building a skill-based job recommendation, then extending to further different universities. In conclusion, the job board addresses a real survey validated gap in student recruitment. Yes, the problem that we're trying to hint on is the communication gap between the students and the recruiters. The trust, we build our trust using the two-gate verification chain, as my previous colleague talked about. Then student empowerment through this pipeline. They get to know the status of their application. Then we've delivered across platform, mobile and web. Thank you. My name is Makerere University.